So, verse 109. Oh, Radhe, with the beautiful face that shines like millions of autumn moons, whose hair is braided with a jasmine garland that agitates hosts of bumblebees, whose conch-shell-like neck is brightened by a gravia necklace. Gravea. Sorry. What is gravea? Is a flower?
It's a necklace that is.
Is a necklace of chain like this.
Form. Oh, gravea. Wow. Brightened by a gravea necklace, whose soft wine-like arms are adorned with moving bangles.
You see, like arms.
Moving bangles. Who wears a two-piece silken dress and who has jingling ankle bells on the lotus feet. When will I see your wonderful form? Wow. Again, we have these details of description of Radhika's form. Oh, Radhe, with the beautiful face that shines like millions of autumn moons, whose hair is braided with a jasmine garland that agitates hosts of bumblebees, whose conch-shell-like neck is brightened by a gravea necklace, whose soft wine-like arms are adorned with moving bangles, who wears a two-piece silken dress and who has jingling ankle bells on the lotus feet. When will I see your wonderful form? The sweetness of Radha's wonderful form. The commentary now. In the sixth act of Vidakta Madhava's play, Sri Rupa Goswami describes Shri Radha Madhava's hide-and-seek leelas. At the end of this game, Shyama Sundara says, "O Vilasini, there is no more need for this game that causes us to suffer separation from each other. Come, let's blissfully take rest for a while in this Saptaparna grove that is beautified by fragrant flowers." In the same way, Shyamsundara now takes Sri Radhika's hand and says, "Come, let's take some rest in this nearby kunja." At that moment, Sri Radhika's face blazes like millions of autumnal moons. Shyam is enchanted by this sweet, soothing luster and sings, "How beautiful is the luster of your face." He cannot find any object of comparison, but the Kinkari, who knows Krishna's heart, expresses it somewhat by saying, "Hey, Sharada Koti Chandravadane, oh you whose face defeats millions of autumn moons," and all the other addresses in this verse. So we can see that it's actually the Manjari who is explaining the mind of Mohan. It's not Mohan himself who describe it, but the Manjari can see what he is thinking, and so she can describe his feelings. It's not written by Mohan. This is a description of a Manjari. Right? It's true, no?
Right.
So all this description of the beauty of Radhika, all these details not come from Mohan, the description, and even what is in his mind is not from him giving to us, but it's from the Manjari. She gave the mercy. So there we can see that what we read in the last days, that the suffering souls are getting the mercy by the great saints, because Mohan is too busy, Krishna is too busy to spend this compassion, no? Right? Actually, he has not so much time because he is busy. But the great saints, that means the Manjaris, they give the mercy and describe all these leelas to bless us in that form and sharing their feelings. So we can see here, Sri Rupa Goswami describes Sri Radha Madhava's hide and seek Leela. And she let us take, or she let us take part in this. He cannot find any object of comparison, but the Kinkari, who knows Mohan's heart, expresses it somewhat by saying, "Hey Sharada Koti Chandravadane, oh you whose face defeats millions of autumn moons." So she gives the feelings of Mohan the words. She expresses this. When Mohan pulled at Swamini's hand, her braid fell slightly loose out of ecstatic love, and the garland of fresh jasmine that the maidservant wound in it almost fell out. How beautiful that looks. So we can imagine when the maidservant is decorating Swamini with the jasmine flowers. We all know how beautiful they are smelling, these jasmine flowers, and how beautiful they look. And when in that moment, it opened the braid and that garland is falling out. How beautiful that looks. Krishna, who is Rasa Raja, is enchanted in a Rasika way when Rasa itself renews the decoration that was originally made by the maidservant. Thirsty bees now come flying towards Radhika's braid. Gurudev always explained that the bee is a symbol of Mohan, right?
Yahoo!
They are very thirsty.
Only for honey, not like a fly.
No. Thirsty bees now come flying towards Radhika's braid, being not only attracted to the fragrance of the Yasmin garland, but even more to Radhika's fragrant lotus-like face. Wow. So her face is even more attractive than the most beautiful fragrance of jasmine flowers. This is a special fragrance, attracting everything. When Shyam sees this, he gets a strong desire to enjoy again with Srimati and tracks her in the nearby Kunja by the edge of her silken sari. Swamini resists and pulls the end of her clothes out of Shamsundara's hands again. How sweet is her mood. Seeing this, the maidservant calls her, "Hey, Pata Dukala Vasini, oh girl who wears a two-piece silken sari." What is that meaning, Gurudev, a two-piece silken sari in that?
One is a gopi dress, is two-piece. One is the upper, one is the lower.
Yeah, two-piece.
Yeah, gopi dress.
Bah.
Two-piece, 1, 2. And third is a child, two pieces.
And again, we can understand that the maidservant is watching. She is looking this. Seeing this. There are only 3 persons there. Radha, Mohan, and the maidservant. It's such an exclusive service. And she says, "Hey, Pata Dukalavasini." This unfavorable mood gives millions of times more joy to Shyam than when he directly unites with her. So she resists. How brightly her Kraiveya necklace shines on her conch shell-like neck when Mohan pulls her scarf off. How sweetly her bangles are jingling. The ecstasy of the Manjari knows no bounds when she sees this sweetness. And she says, "Hey, Kraiveya, Kraiveyochvala, Kambu Kanti, Hey Mridu Dor, Valik Chalat Kankane." When Shyam sees Srimati's matchless sweetness, he becomes eager to enjoy with her again. So he unites with her in a nearby kunja, and the maidservants makes her eyes successful by witnessing these sweet lila through the arbor's latticed windows. Again, we are now in the stage where we will not too much go in this. Everyone has to meditate in his Manjari form about this. But we can see there is no shyness between the maidservant and the divine couple. There is no meaning of any shyness. They are very open in everything. There is no meaning of any difference. They are in that kind like one. Feeling is there. Yes. How sweetly Shrimati's ankle bells are jingling. Yes?
Gora, explain, well, first of all, please tell me what verse we're on.
Your voice is not clear. I cannot understand. Sorry.
No problem. Please tell me what verse we're on.
What?
Which verse are we on?
Which verse? Sorry. We are 109.
109. And then I was asking Gurudev about the meaning of the conch shell-like neck.
Oh, wow.
This mean? I just was like, whoa.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Consul, you see? Consul?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, consul has a very thin, and there is a long neck. Consul has a long, this, so neck is a long, and these are the thicker size. The consul like a neck.
So beautiful.
The conch shell also has some lavanya. It's shining, right?
Yeah.
It like shines at itself.
Consul has a one bigger size.
Yeah.
And it's a thinner size. And then it becomes thicker size.
Yeah.
Where low. This is the design of the neck. Means
Wow.
the neck is very long, like a consul, but the arms and these are the big, thick, strong, like a consul, like a neck. They give the example like this, right? Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Radhe. So Radha's neck is conch shell. And Radha
Consul like a neck, consul not. Consul like neck. Means not
like
consul, but the neck look like consul. Very long. Our necks are very small. She has a long neck. So who has a long neck, they look more
Elegant.
elegant. So that is the consul like a neck.
Like a swan.
Like your neck, consul like a neck. Long neck. And my neck is not consul like a neck. Small neck. So it's like an example.
And when Radha give us a Mohan also side long glance, that a little bit like this neck twist. This also conch shell, isn't it, Gurudev?
Consul like when the glass she gave, then she not too much moving the face, little moving face, and she smiled. Because we have short neck, we have to move full head, and she moved little and smiled, and it's more beautiful.
Like millions of autumn moons, Gurudev.
Yes. Imagine that.
So beautiful.
How is attractive. Right? Go on.
We can see so many details. It's so beautiful. How sweetly Shrimati's ankle bells are jingling. Hearing it is the fulfillment of the maidservant ears.
Beautiful. Hearing. We are not hearing means we are dumb.
Yes.
We cannot. Hearing is the read the line.
It's the fulfillment of the ears of the maidservant, Gurudev.
This is the point. Maidservant is fulfilled. If she sees the maidservant, she will hear the jingling of the bells.
That's it.
There is something missing. I am not listening that jingling of the bells.
Yeah.
That has to do. That effort has to do.
And also her soft wine-like arms are adorned with moving bangles. So we can imagine how beautiful the sound is of her body when she's moving.
Why they wear that the bangles are moving? Why they put in the feet? The feet is moving. And when she moves the feet, then this move.
Jingling.
You see the small baby, they put the ankle bell.
Yeah.
Remove the bell. Mother can feel. And also the
Ankle bell.
ankle bell and bangles in the hand.
Bangles.
Three of the ladies are anchor bells.
Yeah.
Bangles is the beauty.
Yes. When there are many, then they make sound.
Married woman has to wear bells.
Bangles.
Bangles. That
Wow.
is a man. He has a husband for his long life. They put the
Bangle.
they put the bangles for the husband.
Hmm. How sweetly Srimati's ankle bells are jingling.
Why?
Hearing,
Because
huh?
this ankle bells and this
Bangles?
bangles wearing, that always she can attract his lover by
Wow.
playing the mind of the lover always one pointed. So these days the woman not understand ladies and they don't wear the ankle bells and this, then the husband mind go many directions. And then they become angry. You have to wear these things to put the mind in you. Swami is doing, you see that?
Yeah.
Then every moment you have to keep attraction. Western world is not doing this, right?
Hearing it is the fulfillment of the maidservant ears. Oh, girl, whose face shines like the autumn moon, and who wears a silken two-piece dress. The bees are attracted to the fragrance of your jasmine garland, and your tightly fitting Crivea necklace perks brightly. Your bangles jingle sweetly. When you move your wine-like arms, and your jeweled ankle bells jingle sweetly on your lotus feet.
You see? You see this.
Wow.
Any moment will inform nearby everyone. Manjaris are always careful with this.
Yeah.
We have to keep always attractions careful.
Yeah. Yeah, they are the ones who place these jingles and ankle bells and bangles around Swamini's limbs, right?
Why they do? That this naughty guy always attacks by listening this sound.
Yeah.
He cannot go any other way.
No. There are also other ankle bells and bangles, but only those of Swamini are sounding like this.
Yes.
They have the most sweet sound to him.
Because it's coming from Swamini's ankle bell.
Yeah.
And this bangle.
Yeah. She has special vibration.
You know, every lover knows her beloved sound.
Yeah.
Ankles and bells.
And the rhythm of how she is walking is very special.
Different rhythm.
Yeah.
Lover knows that.
Because their rhythm fits together. Other rhythm are not like this.
No, rhythm is not there, but you have to fix in this rhythm. Krishna is not in this rhythm, but she is teaching, Manjari, that you have to fix in my Somni rhythm, then you
Wow.
are accepted.
Yeah.
Similarly, for all creation, this is happening.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
are no using anchor bells and bangles, so rhythms are changing. You see there? The mind every moment has to fix.
Mm. Again, we see the expertise of the maidservants.
These are the expertise of the maidservant. Who can do? Because we have no maidservant, nobody teach me. And my Swami has a maidservant. Every moment they are my causes. He is very
Wow.
key. Be careful with this. Always have to alert with your
Yeah.
sound. Yeah.
And they taking care because when Swamini is listening to the flute of Mohan, she will run without anything. She will immediately run there without ankle belts. We are without bangles. She will run there, open braid. But the maidservant taking care that she will
Yeah.
be nicely dressed.
Devi go.
Your bangles jingle sweetly when you move your wine-like arms, and your jeweled ankle bells jingle sweetly on your lotus feet.
Ah.
Please fulfill Prabodhananda's desires by filling his eyes with the wonderful sweet vision.
Mandava.
Please fulfill our desires by filling our eyes with the wonderful sweet vision.
जूस तो पी सकते हैं
कौन सा अनार का नहीं ना
अनार तो देते हैं
चुकंदर
It's getting so cold here.
चुकंदर नहीं खाएगा अरे तुम आलू का टिकिया बना लो
आलू का तो टिकिया बनाओगे
चुकंदर को छोड़ के बनाओ तो खा लेंगे
चुकंदर छोड़ के ठीक है तो थोड़ा गाजर ज्यादा
गाजर खा सकते हैं
Baba gives us such a nice explanation of what Radhika means.
Yeah.
He says, Krishna, who is Rasa Raj, the king of flavor, the king of Ras, is enchanted in a Rasika way. When Ras itself renews the decoration that was originally made by the maidservant. When Krishna is feeling desire, he takes Radha by the hand and tries to pull her back to the kunj. And when he pulls her, then the braid falls out, which he experiences as more beautiful and increases his desire even more to be with her. So he's the ocean of Ras, he's the ocean of this emotional flavor. But with Radha, that Ras increases. His desire increases for beauty, which increases the flavor he tastes. This is Rasika.
Wow.
Again.
Oh, it's this part, Gurudev, where Vishnu is pulling Radha back to the Kunj. And when he pulls her, the braid comes undone, comes open. And Baba writes, Krishna, who is Rasaraj, the king of Ras, is enchanted in a Rasika way. When the Ras itself renews the decoration that was originally made by the maidservant.
Wow.
So his desire makes her more beautiful, which increases his desire.
Wow.
Always growing, always.
Explain more.
Well, Krishna is the ocean of Ras. But the ocean is not moving, fixed, it's not growing. But when he touches Radha, when he pulls at her with his desire, when he wants her, when he longs for her, then the braid falls and she becomes more beautiful.
Wow. All
And
open.
yeah.
My God, Maharaj.
And this was all put in place by the Mantaris. Says the decoration was originally made by the maidservant, and his desire makes the beauty even greater.
Still one spoon on. Also in this verse.
So it's almost like the maidservant makes the braid beautiful so that it can be undone and become more desirable.
So she ties it this way.
Wow. Right.
Very nice, Radhavji. This is, really.
Tied to the hair. Back hair.
Yeah.
Tied by Krishna.
Ah.
Yeah. Water and
Rose, when I drink this one, I will bring another one that you can put in the water.
my God. Namdev will not bring. She is a preaching man.
And I will ask her to buy my
Maybe he will listen your words.
baby. Who knows?
Yeah, at that point we can go more deep. Because how you say, Radhavji, when we take the part, when Rasa itself renews the decoration that was originally made by the maidservant.
Wow.
What is that meaning? Rasa itself renews the decoration. Who is that Rasa itself? There is Krishna, who is Rasa Raj.
Very important. Nobody.
Enchanted in a Rasika way. And then the next step, when Rasa itself renews the decoration that was original made by the maidservant. So who is that Rasa itself? Hmm?
I think this is the emotion that Krishna is feeling.
So Krishna, is it meaning that Krishna renews the decoration? What is that meaning?
Means that he makes the hair that the manjaris have fixed, makes it even more beautiful by unknotting it, by pulling her with the desire, pulls it, and this desire makes her more beautiful, which again increases his desire. This is Radhika.
Suniti says in the back, he himself becomes the decoration.
Ah.
That is the meaning, because he is that blackish boy, and he is himself become the decoration. Though that means Rasa itself renews the decoration that was original made by the maidservant. It's amazing. Gurudev.
And when she bind the hair, means the Maharaj, she bind the Krishna
Wow.
at the back
Wow.
with Radhika.
My God.
Bhav Jagat.
Wow.
You can create the feelings inside.
Wow. Wow. So many points in this line, huh? You find out, Uddhavji. This is very special. Krishna, who is Rasa Raj, is enchanted in a Rasika way when Rasa itself renews the decoration that was original made by the maidservant. Wow.
Rasika means feeling is flowing, not just opulence, majesty. Feeling is moving and growing, yes.
Well, we can use for your water too.
Creating.
Wow.
This is just for the spray. So we can put it here.
Here.
Here. Yeah, you can put some.
Thirsty bees now come flying towards Radhika's bride. Great. Thirsty bees now come flying towards Radhika's bride. Great. Amazing. If we enter in this, then Rasa is flowing. We are watching the scene as a maidservant. The decoration that is original made by the maidservant with the jasmine flowers now renews by the lover itself, this blackish boy. He renews the decoration of her bride. Wow. Should we stay in this or should we continue? What do you think?
The next commentary is very short.
This is the touch.
So we should read one more verse, Gurudev, also? You agree?
Yes, yes.
The verse is 110. And Uddhava said that the commentary is very short. O Radhike, my Ishvari, when will you repeatedly ask me, how? How? With a smile that indicates your desire for Mohan. This is the enchanting Mohan, Krishna. And the faltering voice, as I tell you, Mohan has given up all shame and fear, his family traditions, his opulence, and all moral shackles for you only. What? Shackles.
Binding.
Oh, yeah. O Radhika, my Ishvari, when will you repeatedly ask me, how? How? With a smile that indicates your desire for Mohan, and a faltering voice, as I tell you, Mohan has given up all shame and fear, his family traditions, his opulence, and all moral shackles for you only. The Sri Radhika's peak. Proudly, Swamini sits in a sweet arbor of Madhavi vines. Nobody knows why she is angry.
My God.
So Shyam takes shelter of the Sakis in an attempt to pacify her. So the Lord needs to take shelter. The Sakis then engage the Kinkaris in the duty of soothing Shrimati's man. So even the Sakis take shelter of the Kinkaris.
My God. First time I listen. Saki also takes shelter.
They cannot help in that way now. So also they need the Kinkaris. Maybe they are even more close. In the duty of soothing Shrimati's man.
Wow.
Knowing that they are very expert in this. The Kinkaris, the Manjaris are very expert. Shripad, who gets their order in his Kinkari form, thinks to herself, I can soften Radhika's heart by singing Mohan's sweet attributes to her and telling her how he, although he is a mine of all jewel-like qualities, gave up everything for her sake and is exclusively attached to her. Then she openly says, "Oh, Shri Radhe, all through Vajendra Nandana is a mine of all jewel-like qualities. He is so subdued by your love that he gives up all shame, fear, and family tradition to meet you. Look how this tender prince has come into the deep forest in the middle of the night just to meet you. He is the very life of his family and his relatives. They cannot live for even a moment without seeing him. But he doesn't even care what they will say when they will not find him at home in the middle of the night. He always comes to see you in the forest, which is full of wildlife. Oh Sri Radhe, Krishna is the jewel of Nanda Maharaj's spotless and famous dynasty. But he loves you so much that he doesn't even care if his family loses its good reputation because of his adultery with you. How expert is this Kinkari, right? Sakinivasa. This is Krishna who lives amongst his girlfriends, has broken all moral shackles because of you. And now you are making him sad by being angry with him for no reason. The clever Kinkari calls Mohan Saki Nivasa, because Krishna now stays amongst the Sakis, being rejected by Radhika. And the Sakis will be very pleased when she makes up with him again. The clever Kinkari knows that Swamini is bound by the love of her girlfriends, and therefore she calls Krishna Saki Vilasa. Wow, this I have to read again. Saki Nivasa. The Kinkari says, that is meaning Krishna who lives amongst his girlfriends, has broken all moral shackles because of you. And now you are making him sad by being angry with him for no reason. The clever Kinkari calls Krishna Saki Nivasa, because Krishna now stays amongst the Sakis, being rejected by Radhika, and the Sakis will be very pleased when she makes up with him again. The clever Kinkari knows that Swamini is bound by the love of her girlfriends, and therefore she calls Krishna Saki Nivasa here. So it's very clever, because she now give another name to Mohan. So she changed the perspective how Swamini is looking to him. She not tell Mohan, she now say Saki. She addresses Mohan with the name of a Saki. So that will change the view how Swamini will look at Mohan, because Swamini is so close to the Sakis. There is no man between the love of Swamini and the Sakis. Right, Gurudev? It's so they have a different relationship. It's also full of love, but it's a different as the relationship between Radhika and Mohan. So the Kinkari is so expert, she changed the perspective of how Swamini is looking to Mohan. Now she calls him a Saki. So now she sees him as a Saki. Oh yes, he is like a Saki now. He is in the company of Sakis because he is waiting outside together with the Sakis. It's extreme clever to do this, to change the perspective of how we make a view of a person. So this is really clever. So we see how clever the Kinkaris are. And therefore she calls Krishna Saki Nivasa. The clever Kinkari knows that Swamini is bound by the love of her girlfriends. And therefore she calls Krishna Saki Nivasa here. Here it must be noticed that of all of Sri Mohan's innumerable qualities, the quality of love for his devotees is the greatest. Wow. So Krishna has innumerable qualities, but the quality of love for his devotion is the greatest. Devotees is the greatest. Subdued by the love of his devotees, he will commit acts that are popularly considered horrible. And in this, his love for his devotees is shown to the utmost. He will commit acts that are popularly considered horrible, subdued by the love of his devotees. And in this, his love for his devotees is shown to the utmost.
This is
also, yeah.
No, I was going to say this is Raganuga Bhakti, like shown like by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That the meaning of Krishna is no longer Vaidhi. The meaning is no longer jewels and opulence and power and rules and laws and morality. Now it's only the love of the devotees that directs him. And this is what this is what Mahaprabhu lived as well. He hid the fact, or he tried to hide the fact that he was Krishna and wanted only to be a devotee of Krishna.
But what is here the meaning that commit acts that are popularly considered horrible?
That he went in Navadip, he's in the morality of breaking the marriage, going with the lover in the middle of the night and doing these things. So from that perspective, he's breaking all the rules, breaking all the laws. But from the Braj perspective, he's in the Parakya Bhav and he's following the law of the heart.
Yes, I also think that is the point, because he is giving up all his family and rules and regulation, the family tradition, all shame, and that looks popularly. The popularity means in the main what is it?
The opinion, public opinion.
Public, yeah, yeah. That looks horrible. How can he do that? But love make him subdue to his devotees. And so he will do everything in that. Yeah, now we can understand. It's popularly considered horrible, but subdued by the love of his devotees, he will do this, even this. There is nothing he will not give up for the love. It's so beautiful, huh? What will Krishna not do and say for his devotees? For his devotee, he killed Bali in Sugriva's place. For his devotee, Krishna swallowed the forest fire. Thus, he voluntarily becomes his devotee's servant. Wow. When proud Radhika hears from her maidservant how Mohan is subdued by her love, she strongly desires him again and give up her proud huff. A bud-like smile sprouts on her mouth, and with a faltering voice of desire she asks the Manjari, "How's that? How's that?" Wanting to hear from her again and again how Mohan has given up all shackles for her. How is that? How is that? There is no end to her thirst for hearing about Mohan's qualities. And the clever maidservant draws a sweet picture of Mohan's sweet attributes on the slate of Radhika's heart, like an expert artist girl. So she is painting the picture in the heart of Mohan, of Radhika.
And
Yes.
when Mohan surrenders to her as a devotee, then her desire grows.
Yes, and we listen. She is listening this, and the maidservant is the expert who is making this picture of this Mohan in her heart.
So it means when we, as sadhakas, surrender to the lotus feet of Radha, then love grows.
We become expert. We exactly know how to paint this picture in the heart of our Swamini. How we glorify her beloved by telling that, yes. And she will ask again and again, how is that? How is that? How he is giving up all this? Please tell me. And he become my devotee like this.
So nice. Cucumber?
No
No cucumber?
watermelon and
Watermelon.
and this.
That's good.
Yes, we also give up everything for her service, Uddhava.
Very well.
We have to giving everything up, all our meaning of ourselves, of our position, or whatever we are identified with. We give everything up. And this is also maybe in public, it's maybe horrible for the family, right? We see that many are disturbed by the doing of the devotees.
Not go one Ram Vijay said. You have no return ticket.
Yeah, that's very nicely said.
There is no end to her thirst for hearing about Mohan's qualities. And the clever maidservant draws a sweet picture of Mohan's sweet attributes on the slate of Radhika's heart, like an expert artist girl. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami says, Krishna's names, attributes, and fame are decorations for Radhika's ears. Srimati's ears and mind are unsatiated while she hears her maidservant glorifying Mohan's sweet attributes.
My God.
And she asks for more and more. The maidservant, seeing Swamini's great taste for this nectar, goes on and on, glorifying her beloved. This ends the verse 110 of that sweet book of Shri Radha Rasa Sudhanindhi. And we can stay today, Gurudev, in that beautiful meditation of to glorify the glories of Shri Mohan to our Swamini's ears.
Hare Krishna. ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien. Gracias.
Come sit. How are you?
Very good. Gurudev. 14 years I have not gone to Mumbai.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember.
Yes.
You live in
So there is so much joy in this book, right? So much bliss to read about the glories of the Manjaris, of Radhika and Mohan. And this, how our Raghunath Das, I think yes. No, it's Prabhudanandaji who is describing this. The clever servant draws a sweet picture of Mohan's sweet attributes on the slate of Radhika's heart, like an artist, like an expert artist girl. So she is so every detail. She's painting this picture of Mohan, of his attributes, sweet attributes, in the heart of our Radhika. That's so, who can describe this like this? I think this is a very nice meditation for today. How we are painting this picture in our Swamini's heart by speaking about the qualities of her beloved. She will be very pleased. And we can also meditate on these qualities, how he is giving up everything for her also, right? Like she is giving up everything for him. And we giving up everything for them, for her, for him also, but always through her. So nice. Thank you so much.